Hello guys, welcome to another episode of What If Deku Died Inside a Springtrap. Third time recording this, let's get this going. So last time we were left off, it was just a cliffhanger where Deku was about to fight the Nomu, and he made everything like black. It's like night now, so yeah, let's continue where we left off. As Deku was going towards the Nomu, he created a few clones that were real, a few clones that were fake. So when the gnome tried to attack one of the clone he attacked turned out to be like a illusion, only illusion, not real there. His punch passed right through him. And as Shigaraki was watching this, he was scared because Deku was scared looking, but he didn't run away because he's a man-child and he's stupid and he has just too much pride right now. So let's continue. Whew, let's continue. So Deku was just like watching the Nomu being like pummeled, but he saw that the Nomu can regenerate, so he was thinking while his clones and his illusions are just fighting it, and an idea came to the mind of about just exploding to so many bits that there wasn't anything left of it. But then Deku like made a chip with his quirk. He then thought about it exploding to bits was overkill, and then he thought that he may need only to take the down the brain, but getting to the brain was a real problem because the gnome isn't going to just let gnome to go to his brain and place that. So no, so Deku asked if the souls could hold down the gnome, and the souls told him it'll be hard. They would be only able to hold him for a few seconds, so he needed to act fast. And Deku told him, it's fine, just hold him for 2 seconds, and he is done for. So he got ready. Deku sent like 10 of real clones, like the tangible ones, and all of the clones like punched the Nomu in the face, but then the Nomu just broke them like a can opener, breaking a can open and stuff. So all of the soul then went like one soul by the armor, two souls by the arms, two souls by leg, held the Nomu down. And as they were holding the Nomu down, they could just got the Nomu's brain, placed the chip that was exploding, and him and the souls backed away, and as the Nomu then exploded, and Shigaraki was thinking that the Nomu will just stand up, and when he saw the Nomu isn't regenerating and stuff, then he was about to call Kurogiri to take them away. As then just they would began to run to him, and then Shigaraki started desperately telling for Kurogiri to get them. As just like then it came the pro hero scheme, and the pro hero snipe shot Shigaraki in the arms and his shoulders and in his kneecaps. But then like Kurogiri came and took the rest of the shots, doing nothing because he was a portal right now, and he took away Shigaraki. And when Shigaraki got to their base, he was really angry. He was just disintegrating stuff left and right because of how easy Deku killed the gnome, and All Might needed to be the one, and he was just really angry. And then and all he like the pro heroes saw Deku, they were about to attack him, but then all of a sudden Deku just like made a lot of clones. These one were tangible, so real clones, and they all just spread, so the original escaped, and all of the pros ended up chasing only the clones. So Deku then just went to a place. I'm going to say he rented an apartment, and if you ask how, he can make an illusion for himself to look like a human, but it's only an illusion because he can't really make himself a real body. So just let me a second. Sorry, couldn't find anything. Just think Deku in his normal form, but just better looking without being scared. Just Deku in his normal form. Couldn't find anything good. So I'm going to do this. So let's continue. Mm. Yeah, Deku he had an apartment and stuff, so he just basically can make anything with his quirk. That's how OP our guy is. Even living creatures, like he showed with his clones. So let's continue. So as this is going to be like, let's see, a few weeks later after the USJ. So Deku has started developing like these feelings for Susie, the yellow soul, like this. Oops, let me. This soul, and I these feelings are not just now developing. He started developing those feelings in his mindscape for Suze, like after like 2 years or something like that. I don't know how long I want to. So yeah, let's just say that 2 years. Deco start developing feelings for her, and this day he finally got the courage to ask her out on a date. She was happy and blushing, and all of the others were like congratulating her on she accepted, and all of the other souls are congratulating her on like her date for her new, as they tease her. She then tells them to shut up, and Deku asks her if she wants to go on a date with her. She tells yes, and so they just go out right now. So I'm going to show, this is how she looks like in her human form. She can turn into a human, but Deku can't, since he's not a soul, he's an animatronic. So he's just going to look like a human, not be a human. He's going to look like a human because he's an animatronic. So he's going, like everybody else is going to see like Deku just in his human form, but he shows like everybody he knows, like all of the souls, that his normal form. But when he's in Vigilante, he's in Springtrap form. So yeah, let's continue. Sorry for this. Yeah, let's continue. So Deku and Suzy went out on a date at first. They didn't go clothes shopping because they just can't get any clothes. So Deku and her were going around the mall looking at things, like they don't really need anything because of Deku's quirk, but they're going to buy a few things. So her and Deku were just walking around and stuff, so they decided to eat. They don't need to eat, they just like the taste of the food. So Deku asked her what she wants to order, and she told him her favorite food, whatever it is, order it. Deku ordered the same. I don't know what their favorite food is. They eat and like stuff, so when they finished eating, they went into a clothes shop, and so this is going to be a thing. Like as they were trying on clothes, like Deku disappeared for a moment, and Suzy was looking for him. And when Deku came back, he was wearing a bit of Gucci. And Suzy asked him, "Springtrap? Is that Gucci?" Springtrap was like, "Yeah, wanna buy?" She was like laughing a little bit at him because he's like, I don't know. Oh my, just give me. I have a bit of. Sorry guys, just got a little bit lightheaded. So she was like giggling at him at his being like this stupid and goody. Then him and her continue her day. Deco still wearing his Gucci, and they were walking around, and let me figure out a bit. So they went to the cinema. So they wanted to watch a film. Susie chose a horror film, Deku asked her if she was sure. She said yeah, and they went to the horror film. It was like, I don't know, Friday the 13th. I don't know, just your favorite horror movie. So when it got to the horror scene, so like Suzy was clinging on to Deku, even though they are pretty scary people. Suzy was still a scary cat and stuff. And then when the jump scare came, she clinged on Deku's arm because of how scared she was. And then Deku looked at her and giggled and said, "I thought you weren't scared." And she was like, "Shut up." And they went back to the movie. They ended the movie. Susie was still clinging on after even the movie ended because she was like still frightened because of the movie, because she was pretty scared. And then this is the end of their date. And as they went back home, and when they got home, Susie told her how her date went with Deku and stuff. And Deku told the souls if they wanted, they could stay here. Is going to go out for a bit and do a few things. As he went out, he was searching for his mother because there was still a pretty big chance her mother was still alive. Because if you're 33 or whatever, I don't know how old Deku's mom was, but I'm sure she could still survive for 44 years. No, 44 years. Or 30 year. I don't, if she didn't kill herself of depression because of losing Deku, I don't know. So Deku found her in an old folk home where old people live, and he was looking at her. She was really sad because she still didn't get over after 30 years of her son disappearing and no trace of him being found or left behind. So Deku was like looking at her. Uh, if you wanna ask how he found her, well, my guy, have you heard of plot? If yes, you know, you're a fellow man of culture. So he was just looking at her. She was sad. He recognized her because of her looks. Even though she got older, she still looked nearly the same, just older. As Deku was feeling bad, he wanted to show himself to her because he didn't want to see her so sad anymore. But he decided not to because he thought she wouldn't accept a monster like him. And then just left and went back to the apartment and lie down and fell asleep. So this is the end of the episode, and I'll see you next time. Hope you liked it. 10 likes and next episode is coming up.